welcome back. So we are back with KNN. So yeah, that's it. So 1 second. Okay, so I am working a bit on this KNN strategy, and I want to show you what I have done recently, which I don't think I shown it on the stream. So when I check if I have to store stuff or not, now I'm not saving everything, so I'm only saving the extreme results, which is either I have had a take profit that was successful, or I did not have a take profit that was successful. Okay, and I have already done a commit of this. And the other thing that I'm going to do is improve this description, because it was not good enough. So this is going to be KNA, which is check after end bar settings description was fixed. Okay, because otherwise you don't know if this is right or not. And what I was doing right now, I was checking. I mean, I cannot check this offsets so I can more or less check all of this. And yes, we have a lot of trades and the results are not very good, so we can work with these values here to try to improve this, or I can try to set the results to 1 and -1, because if you remember, what we save here is this suggested result, which is using a percentage instead of using just a number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save 1 and -1, and that's it. That way it's going to be better, I think. But before doing that, before saving this, I'm going to test it. So this is like this. Okay, let me save this. And let's test this to see if there's any difference between using one or something else. Because it's true that when you use a percentage, you can try to, you know, make the difference bigger so that you can have better result. But maybe that's not good enough. So I'm not sure about this. Okay, so now we have this like this. Hopefully something else happens when this is built. Yeah, I think it's the same stuff. So here we can maybe change how much distance we need. So here we can set 2 as we originally did. And maybe 4. Do we have less trades if I increase this? Yes, we have less trades. What about having a 10 difference? Is it any better? And what about not having so many neighbors? Okay, so this removes a lot of trades. Maybe we don't want so many trades. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that I'm trying to... I'm not sure what I'm doing, because I need to plot the values somewhere so that this makes sense. It would be also useful if I knew what values to use here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I don't have those values. Maybe we should try to print a chart on the bottom to see how the matrix is shown and what's going to be the difference between the values, so that we can have something that makes sense to use, because right now it's not obvious what to use and what's the distance that we have to use. So I might implement this. So the last change that we have done is using not percentages, but using what's the value here? We have used 1 and -1. I don't think my 1 and -1 is a good thing to have. I think it's better to have percentages. So let's restore this, and then yeah. Let's try this again. Where the hell is this? Here. So now we are going to use percentages. Okay, so this is saved here, and now, well, I can reset this to default settings so that we use 028, and we're going to have some results here. Nice. So what I want to do here is to I don't know, maybe set this to 10 to see how much neighbors do we need here. Maybe we can set 0.5. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. Look at that. So if we increase this difference, we have better results. But we don't have to set this to 2, but to something else. Let's check some more offsets. Maybe that's what we have to do. Look at that. This is promising. Look at that. I wonder what happens if I set this like this. Wait, I did not want to change this. About 0.5. Okay, 0.6. Well, let's check here what happens with 4. Do we still have a good result or not? Okay, so this one is nice, however. So I'm going to write that the KNN minimum difference is going to be where the hell I have my KNN? Here it is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have here this value here, which is going to be KNN minimum difference 0.75, which, wait a moment, which is nice. So yeah, let's take a look at the more offsets to see if it's something. I mean, one thing that I want to check is when this goes right, what the hell do we have as a result? 15. So is it good enough? So is it good enough for 8? For 20 is not good enough. So we need maybe to do something else. I mean, the rest of these settings are quite bad. So it doesn't seem that this is something that helps us in any way. I mean, we have had those settings on the beginning that weren't quite well, but then it did not help us at all. So maybe these ADX and MFI values are not good enough for what we want to do here, which is always. Look at that. This is very nice. But unfortunately, even if this is nice, when we lose a lot, and we lose a lot of times. That's why I don't see this to be good enough for us. So I might end up plotting stuff to know which are the better values for all of this. But I'm not sure how to plot this, but we think we need to plot this properly. Okay, let me see. What the hell? What's the last change? Okay, so we need to change this to 0.75, which is better. Apparently it's better, I mean. Although I'm not sure at all. Minimum difference 0 cents. Okay, let me see. Okay, nice. Have the idea to filter a smart money, could you work on it? So, is this based on KNN or this is a completely different strategy? Okay, so we have a question from Brian Shu. Brian Shu. Yeah, that's right. So here we have all of this, but I think I want to plot this, but I'm not sure if this is useful or not. So when we have all of this, what we have is actually, let me show you. So what we have on the data is two different values, which are MFI value and the ADX value. So this is X and this is Y, and when the points are similar, so this needs two variables, which is X and Y, and we should be able to plot this thanks to replay, and we should be able to plot all of this with so the idea is how to plot the KNN Matrix cloud. So it's plot the MFI and ADX values as points. I'm not sure how, but yeah, it's points. So it's use non-default overlay. I mean, do not use overlay. Something. Plot the MFI and ADX values of points. That's it. Okay, so maybe we can or use it but turn everything off. Different but KNN matrix concept. Okay. Use it but turn everything off. Okay. Okay, let me try to debug this, and then I think we might be able to do another stream. I will need the source code for the smart money strategy if we so that we can apply KNN filter on it. Okay, so let's try to do this. That way it's going to be easier to plot everything. So how do you plot points? That's a good question. So we have this, because I am not used to plot points. We have this what's the name? We have plot char. So plot char, it's plot in here, yes or no, and wait a minute. We need to plot with time, not with wait a minute. So if x is going to be time, this has no sense. This is not going to be useful because the x is time, so we need to find out a way of displaying time that makes sense. Oh my god. I mean, we can use seconds to know when a strategy needs to be when you count time here and there, but nothing more. You know what I mean? But you can use time to plot stuff, or can you? You can do it if you want to plot lines, because lines have this thing about x, y, and x2. If you take a look at here, I mean, sorry, x1 and x2, you use this line here. So we could use this for, but then it would mean that we are using, this is from the past. So we need to a way of establish the 0, and no, we need a canvas that has 0 time. We need an unusual chart, not this chart based on candles to plot everything here. So this makes it a lot confusing. So we would need to say something like I don't know, 1 bar means 1 point, and then 1 point means 60 seconds, because it's 1 hour, and then you can say something like 1 virtual point means whatever you want. I mean, 100 seconds or whatever you think is useful here. But then you don't want to do so much stuff. I mean, this is nuts. We could even try to use the latest 100 candles. Maybe that's even better, if you ask me. Yeah, so 100 candles. Okay, let me see. So this MFI and ADX is from 0 to 100, so we can have from 0 to 100 price. That makes sense. However, from 0 to 100 candles. Okay, so perfect. So what we can do is 100 candles. I think that's so. Okay, so 100 candles means 100 values, and that's it. But then the problem that you have is that you don't have, we are missing decimals unless we use lines or something similar. So can we use something that it's similar to a line to plot stuff? So we have plot char. What about plot? Can we plot this offset? Can we plot this thanks to time? I don't think so. Join. Plot style cross style circle. So I might end using a line for plotting this, because otherwise this is not very good, if you ask me. So we would need 100 lines or something like that, isn't it? I mean, I don't like any of this, but I think we might be able to do something that makes sense. Okay. So the idea is to save those values as lines. We have from 0 to 100 values. Okay, let me try to do this, even if I don't like it at all, how it sounds. So this is going to be an array of lines that we will have to remove on each one of the candles. Okay, so yeah, so let's try to understand how the hell we would do this, and then I will move it to the code. So what I'm going to do here is, so x1, y, so the price is going to be the price. So the price needs to be one of the two variables. So which is the first one that we are using here on the strategy? I have no idea. Let me check here which is the one that we are using here. So the first, wait a minute, what the hell? The first one is ADX, so this is X. This is Y. So Y, so FM, this is going to be Y. So this is nice. So this is the price here. So here we're going to do minus, yes, so X1, it's going to be minus 1 time the bar time bar time, I mean, and so x1 and x2 should be the other value, which is ADX. So this is where we do some magic. So with ADX, what we want to do is KNN ADX x1 and x2. So x2, what we want to do is, let me see, we want to say okay, so this x2 needs to be time close, which is the latest time that we have. Okay, and we remove whatever we think we have to remove, which is going to be 100 minus this ADX value. So these are the different units. Times bar time. So this is what makes sense to me. So if we are at 100, we don't remove anything. We plot at the end. You know what I mean? So the other thing that we should be able to do is this same thing with x1, which is going to be x2 minus bar time, if you ask me. And wait a minute, x1, no, this needs to be the same price, isn't it? So xy, damn it, the price is always here. Yeah, x, what the hell did we have? Yeah, minus 1 time. Yeah, that's the same thing that we have there, more or less. Yeah, 1 bar time, that's right. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so this is nice. So I think that's what we want to do. So this is going to be x1. Here it is. And this is, it's going to be x2. And that way I will be able to show. Okay, so what we have here is all of this, and yeah, let's see if we can plot this stuff properly somewhere. So we need the setting to turn this on or off. This is the first thing we need. So this is going to be a setting around here, I guess. Sorry, around here. So this is going to be the back KNN Matrix, something like that. Plot KNN Matrix. Yeah, so this is going to be Boolean value. That way it's going to be quite easier to now to find out the different values. Wait a minute. Okay, here it is. So this is going to be false by default, and this is going to be plot KNN Matrix. Group the back, and this is going to be the back KNN Matrix. Nice. And the tooltip, it's going to say hide the pair to see this properly. Hide the pair and click on auto, because I do not want to modify overlay value. Even if I modify it, it wouldn't be useful. So I'm going to bookmark this so that we can use it later. And what the hell do I have here? Okay, so now where the hell are you? Now I should be able to plot all of this, so in order to do so we should be able to find where the hell we plot every stuff. So this is extra code, and I think let me check what the hell is the plot. So this is 1000, and where is the extra code? It's later on. So I think we want to plot this later on, because we want to plot what we are saving on the current what's the name, on the current bar. So yeah, so this is going to be found after this extra code. So I'm going to call this extra plot. Okay, nice. So now I'm going to say that if we are in the last what's the name here, if we are on the last one, we are going to plot stuff. And so what we're going to do is we are going to delete lines, then we are going to plot lines again. Yeah, create lines again. And yeah, and what we need to do is we need to have an array of lines to plot here. So I'm going to copy and paste from other of my scripts, but I cannot show you to you, unfortunately. So I'm going to copy and paste on my other screen. So let me see. How the hell can I do this? Yeah, how many lines? Okay, let's copy and paste this. Okay, so I have here some random data which I will have to fix a bit. So this is the if something happens. So this is going to be, if we want to plot this, we are going to do this. So there's no need of any of this. Look at this. And yeah, so now we can move this to the left. And so we need to, so there's a limit here which we don't need, because we have the matrix is limited to 100, so we are okay. So there's no need to have this break here. Look at this. And so we don't need this parable here anymore. Okay, and now we have all of this. So we need a variable here, which it's going to be, let me see, KNN. So this is long uncut lines, so this is going to be KNN Matrix plot lines. I'm not sure how to call this. KNN Matrix lines. Yeah, like this. So I'm going to look at that. And here we're going to use whatever we have done here, which is trying to get these values properly here, as you can see. So let me see. So we need to add this to the array each time we do something, but right now what we want to do is we want to plot this. So wait a moment. So every time that we remove a value from the matrix, we need to remove the line, or we can just try to plot everything again. One second. How the hell do we do this properly? Because we have the KNN. Hi, Kmadi. So we have the KNN matrix which has our data. Maybe we can, yeah, so we should convert the data from the KNN matrix to this. That way we don't have to take care of anything when we add and remove stuff. So here we have this KNN matrix. That's the one that we have to look and search for its data. So KNN Matrix has some rows and yeah, how the hell do you loop a matrix in such a way that makes sense? So these are cutting matrix lines. Okay, so we remove them and then we are going to plot them again. But in order to do so, I need to wait a minute. I may need an array of points so that this is easier to manage, because right now what we have here is not very good. So this matrix has only two. Okay, I need to go back, so please bear with me. Okay, so I'm back. So yeah, I'm going to save the matrix values into another array that has these points, and that's it, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to plot this in one go. However, I'm sure how to do this properly, because yeah, let me check. So let's imagine that we have this matrix and we have these values here. So we have something like this. So we have x1, we need more values, isn't it? So I guess that the the matrix might be something like this, but I am not sure. Okay, so yeah, I was trying to do this stuff properly. But first of all, let's take a look at how the matrix is dealt with within the, because we have an array of values here, but I'm not sure what we have, because we have a matrix with three columns, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so we should have some functions here. So here we have the functions, and I might be able to understand how stuff is being added here thanks to this. So this we should have KNN store here, which saves stuff. So we have the matrix, the two features, and then we should have the feature. We don't have the distance here, as if I am right, we don't have the distance here, so this is nice. We only have feature 1 and feature 2 apparently. So let me see. Add to storage matrix. Parameter 1, parameter 2, price, result. So here we have 4. So if I'm not mistaken, here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 columns. Okay, nice. 4 columns. And we have some rows. So we should be able to loop from here. So let me see how we would do this properly. So I don't think we need these levels here, although it would be nice, because otherwise. So the first thing that we need is the number of rows, which is here, matrix rows. Nice. So what we're going to do is let me see, KNN rows, it's going to be this thing here. So where the hell is, I don't know which name has the matrix. So let me take a look at it. So KNN Matrix, that's the name. So KNN Matrix is going to be here. So we have this number of rows. So this is going to be for n row in not in, but from n row to n row. How the hell do you do a for loop? Don't remember how to do a rather easy for loop. So for in, and this is for. Okay, so we have this variable that. So for 1, 2. 0 to, okay, so we want to do for n row 0 to KNN rows minus 1, which is total length. Okay. So once we have a row, we should be able to have matrix dot, we should be able to get some values from the array, which I'm not sure. So matrix, let me check matrix. How do you get values from here? Matrix dot get ID row column. Okay, matrix ID row column. So matrix dot cat. So we would have here matrix dot get. So x1 should be I'm not sure which one it was, ADX or I mean feature one. Okay, so it's going to be the first. So the first thing we need is KNN Matrix here. Okay, yeah, this is going to be KNN TMP because otherwise. So KNN Matrix, the row, it's going to be wherever we are right now, which is n row, and the next thing we want to use here is the column. So the column is here, so the first one is 0, so that's what we're going to use here. So this is what we're going to use here, and so the feature 2, which is y, it's going to be the second column. And then what you want to do is, so this is the second column, so this is the so this is feature 1 and this is feature 2. Nice. So now we need to get what's the value here? We need to get x1 and x2 and y1 and y2. Oh, wait a minute. x1, x2. Yeah, okay, so the x1, I mean x2, which I think it's easier to do x2. x2, which we have here, should be this thing here. So let's copy and paste. So x2 should be this. Let's suppose that this is feature 1. And the bar time is how much a bar time is this? Anything last bar time, time and bar unit, the last bar. I mean, we might be able to use this, although I think what I want to use is something related to time frame. So time frame in seconds and time frame period is string charge. So basically, I think what we want to do is to use this, so which is time frame in seconds, and this is time frame dot period, and that's it. Maybe we can set this like this. Time close is the latest candle. Yeah, okay. And the next thing we want to do is the other values, which are up here. So this is x2. x1 is going to be the same thing, minus bar time. We already knew that. So this is going to be feature 1. Yeah, I mean feature 1. I mean this is going to be x1 because this is feature 1, if I'm not mistaken. So so this is x2. Wait a minute. No, sorry. So this is 2 and this is 1. And so this is 2 minus this thing that we have embedded here in order to work with the time. Perfect. Okay. Now we should work with what the hell is this? Now we should work with y, which should be quite easy to do because we don't have to do anything with it. We can just use its value and that's it. So this is going to be TMP feature 2, which is the value. So this is going to be y2. It's going to be this value here. However, we need somehow to have a line, so probably what we want to do is that I1 it's going to be this thing minus 1, and that's it. So here let's remove everything that we don't need, like all of this design stuff, and then if we feel that we need them we will add them later on. Okay, so yeah, so x2 it's going to be here, x1 it's going to be here, and what the hell is this? y2 needs to be here, and y1 needs to be here. Nice. Okay, now we need to define these lines. 1 second please. Okay, so whenever we have the strategy with their own stuff, I mean we can put this here, I think. So this is going to be KNN Matrix lines. Nice. Yeah, so we have this, and this should more or less work, if you ask me. Okay, so let me show you what we have here so far. Okay, let me fix this properly. So right now what we have is new setting to turn this on or off, which by default is false. So now that I'm checking this, I should say here that so this is going to be default false. Okay. Wait, what more do we have here? So the strategy now saved into an array of lines, the lines that we need to plot. And so if we have enough rows, we are going to loop here and add into this matrix these lines, and hopefully we can plot them and see them if we remove the current what's the name, the current per, because I don't want to have a different strategy for both of those stuff. So let's copy and paste and see if it does not explode anywhere. An argument series float, but series int is expected. x1, x2 float was used. Series int. Didn't we set this to bar time? Yes, this is bar time. So why the hell do you tell me that I need to use something else? Okay, let me check this again. TMP x1. An argument the series float was used, yes. But the series int is expected. Okay, series int is how the time is used here. Oh, wait a moment. So this is not going to work quite well. Although, yeah. 1 second. So time close. So this is an integer, which 1 second. So this is an integer which has some specific values. Let me check. Function, this is value. So this value, this is milliseconds. So these are milliseconds. So what I want to do here is I want to use these seconds but with milliseconds, so this means that we need to multiply with 1000 and yeah, and so this is going to be an integer in the end if I'm doing this right. So we should be able to say something like integer. Let me see, how the hell do you change this? Int? No. Integer? So to integer? No. Oh my god. We should be able to get integer. Okay, here it is. So if you have a float, castanay or to create float values in the int. Yeah, that's it. That's what we want to use. So it's also int, and that's it. So yeah, so this is going to be int, and then here this is also going to be int. Okay, it's not very nice, but I think it's going to work. Let's copy this and let's test this and see what the hell happens now. meantime, I'm going to save this properly. A new option to plot matrix values in 2D space. Okay. Oh, look at that! It works. Okay, so now I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to remove all of this that we have here, because either way it's not going to help me if I do it like that. Have I removed? No, I have not. Okay, so now if I turn on, what the hell is this here on the bottom? If I turn on these new settings, and if I am able to do so, and I click on auto, it should show some rather interesting stuff. Or let's see what happens. I mean, in the end we should maybe have some stuff. I don't think this is doing anything. So if I remove this and click on auto, yeah, nothing happens. So I would say that this has not worked at all. Damn it. I don't understand why this is not plotting anything. End row 0, end row 1. I don't know. My God. Maybe we should debug these values to see what the hell we are plotting here. But if I'm not mistaken, we should see something at 1, unless... yeah, we should see the lines at 0, you know. But there's nothing at 0 here, because otherwise auto would have shown it to us, and it has not shown it to us. So that's rather interesting. So what about the style? So lines, trace and shot. Minimum. So the lines. Yeah. Why the hell don't we see anything? What the hell I'm doing wrong here? I wanna know. So I click auto and there is nothing to be shown. So we are in the latest bar. This is turned on. We loop the KNN Matrix lines in order to delete the stuff if it's needed. And then we add lines to these KNN Matrix lines, which should persist between calls. So I'm not sure what's wrong here. Let's make some stuff here to see if this works or not. So this should be, I mean, y. Let's suppose that this is 1 and this is the price is 2. Okay, and then let's try to get this thing here, which is going to be debug x1 and debug x2. So debug x1, I mean the other way around. Debug x2 is going to be on the end, so it's going to be time close. Okay, and x1 it's going to be x2 minus this thing here. Yeah, minus this thing here. One second, please. So these are the minutes in milliseconds for 1 bar. And if we turn all of this into an integer, it should be fine. I wonder if the other one is going to fail because I'm converting an integer into an integer. Okay, let's take a look here and see what happens. Okay, this is compiling, nice. And now here we should be able to see something if we turn this on. I mean, no, because I'm stupid. This needs to be used here too. So this needs to be used here and here. Let me see. Here it is. Okay, let's copy and paste and see if this is any good. Okay. Okay, so now if I'm not mistaken, wait, do I have to wait for this to compile or not? I'm always confused about this. So now I should be able to click on auto, and we should be seeing lines at 0. We don't see anything. Why the hell is that? Why don't we see any line on there? So probably I have something wrong here. So let me debug this properly. Okay, so now what I'm going to put here is, I mean, time frame seconds, 1000. Maybe the lines are too small for be shown, but no. Okay, let's use plot chart to debug this, because it's the only way that I'm going to understand why the hell this is not working. So let me find my template that I use for all of this. Debug. So here on the outside we are going to plot this. So time close. It's going to be whatever. I mean, this, we are sure that this is working properly. And now we should have this thing here that we have here. So this is going to be x1. This is going to be debug x1. Nice. Hopefully, thanks to this, I can understand why the hell this is not working to plot some lines. It should show the lines on the bottom, even if they are too small. They should be shown on the bottom. And there, I don't have anything of this. Debug x2. Yeah, I mean, debug x2 time close. Okay, so this is going to be time close because it's the same thing. Okay, copy and paste and check what we have. So what we have here. Okay, so now we should be able to check here these values here, and you can see how we have some difference. So it's 60-24. So apparently this is working as expected. So we have time close, and then we have a value which is on the left, and in theory it should be 1 hour less, which is 36. Yeah. Look at that, 3600. That's 300 seconds. 3,600 seconds. Okay, so what the hell do we have here? I don't know. Yeah. Wait. So the X part is right, and the Y part is also right, because we have 1 and 2. Why the hell the line is not being shown? Is it something related to... I don't know. Okay, let's try to plot the line outside what we have here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to say that this is a global variable, and that's it. So it's supposed to be the same thing as we have here, so I'm not going to debug this. Let's try to understand what happened here. Maybe it's a problem of TradingView that does not want to plot anything that it's less than the minimum size tick or value or whatever. Debug extrude, okay. Debug extrude, yes, we have said that this is time close in practice. Okay, let's copy this and let's go here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can print a line manually, because otherwise, look at this. So we have a line here, which, what the hell is this? Which is quite big. Okay, so now you can see have this auto. And if we remove this and click on auto, well, I mean, we don't have depth, that's why. So this line should be going from 0 to 1, if you ask me. Oh, look at that, we have several of them. One, two, three. What the hell? So we have 33 bars, which might be somehow some of a limit. So this bar here, as you can see, it goes from 0 to 1, so from 1 to 2, but this is not what we want to do. Oh, if you want to print a line, you need to plot the values always. That's the reason why. No, we don't need to plot the values. In any case, this is not right, because I mean the Y part is okay, which is the Y part should be 2. The one from the bottom should be 1, but then x1 and x2, x1 and x2. I mean, should we plot this as a diagonal, or how? I'm not sure about this. Do we want an horizontal line or something else? But yeah, we have managed to see that we can plot this. Not every one of them, but we can plot them. And why we only have 53 lines? I mean, not 53. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. here. That's what I want to print. However, I need to have some okay, let's try and see what happens if this is the last line. Do you print anything or not? Then we will try to see what the hell is wrong with all of this. Oh, look at this. We don't have anything. So apparently if you plot a line on the latest line, somehow it does not work. But according to me it should work, because I haven't a script that does that. Less somehow this is okay, let me see. So if this is bar line double line equals NA, and I plot this like this, does this work better than before? Because now I do not understand anything, because we have managed to plot this, but apparently you need to plot twice, and I don't want to plot twice. I only want to plot in the latest candle, so that I have only one line to plot. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see what happens with a click on auto. There is no line. Oh my god. Why isn't there any line if we plot this like this? However, if we plot this in each one of the traits, then so probably what we can do is maybe we can try to create this. This does not make sense. I don't know what the hell is happening here. This might have something to do with how you print the stuff. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to always plot this stuff here. That's it. However, if we are not in the last stuff, I'm going to say line delete debug line. Is this like this? Is it delete? Is it remove? I don't know. Line delete. Yeah, line delete. Perfect. So everything, every time we're going to print this. However, if we are not the last one, we're going to delete this. Hopefully this is good enough for us to be able to plot a line and build up from there, because right now it's not obvious any of this. Let's see what happens. Finally, it compiles a bit. Maybe it's something related to this not showing now. It should show everything properly, and that's it. Okay, now it's doing stuff. Now it works. We don't have anything. I do not understand this thing called TradingView PineScript. That's for sure. Debug X1 and Debug X2. Let's take a look here, just in case I'm missing something, but I don't think so. We don't have anything here at 0. Nothing. We cannot find it because it's not there. However, if we plot this on every one of the candles, then it shows. So that's something that I wonder if I have not to use overlay for this to work, or if I need to make the lines bigger, because otherwise it does not know what's the difference. But you know, it's not something that makes sense to me. We can change those plots to TX2 and TX1. So this might be the one from here, and this might be the one from here. Look at that. So where the hell are you? 1, 2. Maybe I need to increase the width, but this is usually not needed. So this can go from 10 to 20. Maybe it's something that's needed. I have no idea. Let's see what happens now. But this is not going to work, and I'm beginning to be angry at the TradingView PineScript developers. Maybe we need to make the line bigger in width. I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure if we have done anything. No, we don't have done anything. You can see here the price, which, what the hell is the last candle? Here, so around here we should have that line on the bottom, and we don't have anything because when clicking auto we don't see anything. And you can see how we have different value for each one of them, but even then it's not useful. Okay, let's try to say this is 8 hours to the left and see if anything, if it's useful at all, because seriously I'm not sure this is working properly. So X1 ends on 24. Let's see what happens once we, I mean, no, X1 should be modified. Yeah, no, well, I don't know. This is not working. Well, I cannot draw the lines because it does not make sense. So we should go from price 10 to price, from price 10 to price 20, and from one time to another time. However, if we take this and we say something like you know, wait a minute. Should be able to do this, isn't it? I don't need to delete this. 1 second. This should work for us, isn't it? I should not be deleting lines, probably. That was the problem all along the time, all along. Because at the end, as this is a bar variable, you get only one line, because it gets, look at this, we only have one line. Okay, let's try. Let's check if this goes from 1 to 2, from 10 to 20. We should happen here from 10. Okay, yeah. So if we remove this thing here and we get auto. Wow, it also uses the time from there, but yeah. Look at that. Why the hell do we have so many lines if I have this bar and bar, the problem relies on bar. So if I do not use bar, sure if I don't use bar. Okay, let me see. So line, delete, debug line. I'm not sure what I'm doing, if you ask me. This is probably 50. Okay, look at that. We have managed to print only one line because of not using bar. Something like that. Yeah, because we are using bar and then we will delete the last one. So this is what we did here. We deleted this line from here. However, in order to create the line, we were not using bar. So maybe that's something to do with this. Delete. Why the hell are we doing array clear? Just that we don't have any lines, isn't it? Maybe this confuses the matrix and does not know that this array now has a new line in KNN Matrix lines. Yeah. Array.clear. Okay, so here we have this thing that we do. We create a new line. Okay, let me try one thing here, which is going to be new matrix line. One second. So the line is deleted here. KNN Matrix lines is bar. So everything inside the array is a bar. Okay. I don't know why this is not working. I mean, we should not try to print the line here. Let's move to this to the top so that we know that this is the one that works properly. This one plots only one line. So we have the line, we delete it, and then we create a new one. So it's always right. So here we also do a line.new. This is saved into KNN Matrix lines, and that's it. Let's see what the hell happens here. What do we have 2 lines? Oh, because we have a new candle or something, I guess. Oh, I don't know. No, does not work. Array dot and shift is for adding new values to the array, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's set this to extend right. Let's see if we can manage to do something with extension.right, just in case that's a problem. I don't think so. I don't actually think so. So this one is working properly, so bar. Let me check one thing. Yeah, this does not work. So the problem is not on the line. Wait a minute, let's remove this thing here. That's it. Why do we have to run this on the last bar if it's not actually needed? I mean, I don't think it's going to fix anything, but it's worth a try, I guess. Maybe we need the line to be bar so that it does not, so that it's not deleted on the next candle. Maybe that's what we want to have. Let's see what happens when this is built. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We have managed to print only one line. Finally. So I was wondering, yeah, okay, finally we can plot one line. And why do we have only one line if we have 100 values here? I mean rows. Okay, let's make a copy here to say that this works. plot starts to work. I'm not sure which version is this. I don't care. Okay, so now I'm going to use what I wanted to use originally here. So this is going to be let me see. So we don't need this either, plus we want to debug stuff. So let's see if we have something related to what we wanted to use originally. So yeah, so this is going to be x1 here, y1, x2 here, and y2 here. Nice. Look at this. Let's see what happens now. I was wondering. No. What? Okay, so we have the different calls here. What the hell is this thing? However, in the end, we don't have any value at 0. What? Wait a minute! Look at this. We have this stuff. Finally. So this is not useful at all for showing stuff. So we probably want to I'm sure, we want probably to remove here, trace on chart, something, signal layers. So these two on the middle. Maybe by doing this, we have something that makes more sense, but no. Okay, what the hell I am? This is in the future, isn't it? So if I make this bigger and I go to the present, which it's here, you can see all of this. So I will need to make, I guess I will need to make another what's the name? Another graph, because otherwise this is not good enough. And this is 100, 100, 100 from here. So we have, yeah, we have this here, which is quite nice if you ask me. Look at that. So I have managed to do this. So we have some points here and some points here, but there's nothing useful for us, if you ask me. Damn it, because I wanted to use this, and it should show everything properly, and now I don't have anything. I wanted to show this too. And labels and progress, what's the values in status line? So what I want to add here also is some lines here that want to add a line here, so something like this, and also like this, so that you can see this, but with the colors, you know what I mean, with the script. But this is I don't like this, so so this is going to be a square line. So I mean, I can plot in a square here. Can we plot the squares from PineScript? Does square, I mean box, maybe box new. Do we have background color? Optional. The default color is color.blue. What happens if I don't want, if I just want the box without anything inside of it? Mean background color. Maybe if we use NA. Oh yeah, transparency to 0. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, let's try, let's play a bit and then we will do what we want to do. So this is going to be box dot new something something. Maybe we could plot boxes if it's any better for doing this. Instead of lines, we could use boxes. Maybe it's easier for plotting and stuff. I am not sure about this. Because if the auto works better. Okay, so plot. So left, top, right, bottom, border color. So border color, it's going to be whatever it's by default. Border width, it's going to be whatever it's by default. The style, extend, we don't want to extend. Xlock, it's going to be Xlock bar time, because we want to use the bar time. Background color, I mean, I wonder if the back has been done by the other strategies, and I have been losing my time here because Capissimo, let me see, we have this, but what about Capissimo? Didn't have any of this. KNN. KNN Capissimo. New approach. Yeah, but nobody of them has this thing that I'm doing myself about this matrix something, this 2D plot. So background color, it's going to be color.new color blue, but with 0 transparent, so that this works properly. Text, we don't want text, we don't want size text. Yeah, we don't want any of this. Perfect. So left, top, right, bottom. This is going to be, so on the left. Okay, so this is top. So the left is x1. I'm doing this right. Let me see, x1, x2. Yeah, x1 is on the left, y1 is also on the left. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. So this one is on the left, perfect, and this one is on the right, perfect, I guess. And what the hell do we have on the top? So on the top we have this thing here, and on the bottom we have this thing here. Wait, I'm not doing this right. Damn it. This should be something like this. G G G G G G G G G G G G G. Then we have, okay, here it is, x1 and x2. Yeah, because I1 and Y2 were something that we put ourselves. So this was like this, and so x1 and x2 should be this. Oh my god, let's see if this works, so that we can work with this properly. So this is x1 and this is x2. So we have a box. So we copied this. And by the way, we need to raise the limit of lines and plots so that we have 100 here, because I'm not sure that we have 100 here. Maybe we only have 50 of them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yep. Hopefully we can see a box somewhere. Several boxes somewhere. Okay. Look at that. Here we have a box or something. Can we check the... What the hell is this? Do we have more than one box here, or is it just a box that does not have transparent color? I mean, PineScript transparent box. Maybe it's plain box new. We set the background color to NA. Okay, it works for me. Background color to NA. I thought that I could just use a color that was transparent, but apparently you need to use NA, which makes sense to me, by the way. So let's save everything here. Okay. Let's see if we can plot this properly. That way I can this is 8 hours, isn't it? 8 hours width. Let's see what happens now. Okay, look at this. So we have 50 boxes or something. I mean, this is not what I wanted to do. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because I'm not deleting it. So this is nice. So the question is, if I do the auto thing, it shows me this stuff here, isn't it? But it also shows me whatever it is on the bottom. So I'm not sure this is useful. So here we should have the lines somewhere here. Yeah, so the lines are here. Okay, so how the hell did you do this? So it's bar box and NA, and then we do box delete box, and then we so this is a square box. Okay, so a square box gets deleted and we define it again. I think this makes sense to me. Let's see if we only have one box, and then we will put the values that we think it needs to have. NA variable that's defined without keyword. Our box, square box. Okay, so okay, let's see. The square box is already defined, so I'm not using. Yeah, this should be like this. Okay, I'm missing. Oh my god, this takes too long. I don't think we are going to be able to do what Priyanshu asked me today. Maybe another day. Okay, look at this. Now we only have one box. And the question is, what happens if we click auto? Yes, we see it down there, but so now what we are going to do let's try to do this properly. So 100 is when this is true, so x2 is time close int. So it's going to be time close int, and x1 it's going to be this thing here. So let's say that this is square box x2, it's going to be this thing here. That way it's going to should be quite easy to do all of this. Let me see. X1, it's going to be the same thing minus 1000. So this is 0, this is 100. So this should be 100 here, and that's it. So this is X1. So X1 should be here. Perfect. And this is Y1 and Y2, which should be from 0 to 100, because that's the values that we have for this, if you ask me. We just use Y2 as this. Okay, let's see if this works as expected or not. And I will probably need to plot this in the bottom chart, but you know. Okay, just doing stuff. Nice. So this is 100. This was our idea, 100 candles. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, this was the idea, 100 candles. And now, if everything has been right, we should be able to find the lines inside of this. Look at this. So this is, what the hell is this? This is 0, this is 100. And here you have the values. This is feature 1, this is feature 2. And well, I mean, there are some values here, but we don't see what we have here. So let me try to remove all of the stuff that we don't no longer need. So this the back is no longer used here, so let's remove it. And here this the back is no longer to use it, so we remove it. And well, we could change the default colors to something else, but so far I am not interested. So let's test this one last time. We could even add some labels here. And so this is probably 50. No, wait a minute. Maximum lines per script, PineScript. How much are there? 50. Okay, so and what the hell do I have set in my script? Because maybe my script has another value here for the lines. No, nothing. Max bars, max lines. How much? How many? Let me see. What's the maximum? Max lines count. Okay. And Can you please stop doing where okay. So this is here. Save, copy and paste. Look at this. Paste. Maybe with white background is shown a bit better. Although I don't like too much the white background here. Okay, look at that. Now we have more lines here. And we can set this with different colors depending on 1 and 0. That's very nice. Look at this. Let's write it down. So, very good idea. Plot green lines with greater than 0 and red lines with result. Plot red lines with result less than 0. Look at this. This is so pretty. Yeah. Okay, last change is how to plot. So yeah, so this is what I'm going to save here. So let's add this, and let's say that this is an amend. So far I'm going to what's the name? I'm going to make another version, and I think I'm going to end here, and on the next video I might add this thing here so that you can debug this. However, it's probably better to change overlay true to overlay false so that we can have it down here. I mean, I don't like it, but it's what makes sense if you ask me. So we could go here and say we could say here overlay false, you know, and that way we don't have to fight so much for showing stuff. Okay, let's make another version here, A6 X6, because here I don't want to save the overlay stuff. X6, and this is 26 here. Nice. And what the hell? Okay, hell, A6. A6. Hit push origin. Okay, let me copy and paste these results somewhere. Where the hell do I have the KNN stuff? Is it here? It's here. Look at this. A6. So we can have this URL on the chat so that you can use it, and I will also write it here so that I can use it on the what's the name, so that I can use it on the YouTube video description. Okay, so now I should be able to do something which I don't remember. Yeah, I was testing this, so this has been saved. Now I can add it to the chart, I guess. Okay, yeah. So on the top, why the hell does this not say anything? I mean, it should auto. Oh my god, why? What the hell are we plotting? We're probably plotting some stuff that should not be here, like the trend going up or down and so on. But if we only plotted what we have here. Wait a minute. What? Are you telling me that on the top we have the values, but down we don't have them because bollocks? Because why wouldn't you have lines here? It's some kind of limit that it has been reached. I do not understand anything. Oh, maybe I have to click on here so that it works as expected. Yeah, that's the reason why. However, my question is this auto stuff. It's not doing the auto on the bottom, and it's concerning. But probably is the thing about, yeah, take a look at this. Okay, so now we should be able to check these values here with all of the lines without the need of having them plot on the top. So on the top, oh my god, so on the top we can turn this off if we want, and once we have the same strategy on the bottom, then we are fine. Okay, yeah, of course I have this square here which is shown always. Oh my god. I wonder if I can use the overlay setting or something. But yeah, so the idea is that we can now show everything here, and it should not affect what we have on side. So if you click auto, but yeah, I mean, why? Well, in any case, we have those values here, which okay, so if plot matrix, this needs to be plot here, I guess. That way it's easier to turn on or turn off. So Yeah, the one from here. I can update it. And we won't see this, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if we turn this off, which is off by default. I'm not going to release version of this. This is going to be do not plot square box if we are not plotting the KNN matrix. Okay, let's push this just in case. Okay, what happens now if I turn this on? Do we see everything in the place where it should be? So now if I click on auto, I mean, maybe it does not show it, but it's here on the bottom. Look at this. So it's here on the bottom, and we have the values here, the cloud values, and now we're going to check what happens when we turn this off. Do we see anything or not? We don't see it, so this is perfect. And if we click auto, look at this. If we click auto, this is changed, but not this one. However, this is not linked, so we cannot use it. Okay, so this is nice, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, now we need to manage to understand what the hell is this. I mean, what values of KNN we should use for everything here. Or maybe, you know. Yeah, but in any case, I don't want this on the bottom, so I'm going to remove it. And I will just use the one from the top. And so what you can do here, once this is turned on, you can go to price 0. Okay, look at this. You can go to price 0, and we have this turned on. Okay, yeah, look at this, it's here. So you can go to price 0, and we can say, oh my god, this does not work quite well, look at that. So we can say, what about not having so many neighborhoods? Does this change how this is done or not? I am not sure. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think the matrix is changed depending on what you have here. Yeah, because, or is it? Let me see, it's 5. I'm not sure. Maybe I should take a screenshot here. What the hell is the thing that makes the screenshots? I don't seem to find it. Okay, let's make a screenshot here. No data. What the hell? Why don't we have any data here? Are you telling me now the script does not do anything properly? Or maybe it has timeout? Have we managed to break something because we don't have any trace to do? Oh yeah. I think the traits are changed because of this value here, which by default is 45. So this is also the minimum difference, 0.75. So here we can make sort of a calculus which is going to need to be the difference that, you know. So we can say from here to here there are 34 bars, so that means 34, and from here to here there is 38 price difference. So this is you know, 30 and 30, and you get the square root of this because of the distance, and you can set the distance more or less. But there are not so good. I mean, I need to plot red and green here to know what the hell is all of this, to see if it makes sense at all. Okay, where the hell are you, please? One thing we can do is, what about having a matrix of 200 values? Is it any better? So do we have a better representation of what we want to do? I can use 200 because we have 500 lines as a maximum, you know? Let's play a bit with this. Okay, look at this. So we managed to have more traits, and we have this thing here, which means we have more stuff here. However, maybe it's the other place where the values are, it's not so well defined. So yeah, I am not very sure how this is useful for us. And another thing that we can do is we could, maybe we can set this to 100 again, and we can change the offset. Okay, so that we can learn if the offset has something to do with the results, because it should not affect which are the values for the MFI of an ADX. So here you can see this cloud, and let's see what happens with 21. We have more or less the same cloud, even if they are different values here, because we know that we are going to have different values depending on where we are on these offsets. So it's nice to know that we have similar values here. Okay. So I see some values here that are repeated, then some values, I don't know, around here, but it's not very obvious, any of this. So we might want This was percentage. No, this was maybe 1. It's 2. Is this useful at all for saving some values or another values? Because I'm not sure if this helps us to plot some other values here on the matrix, to save some other values on the matrix. No. Okay. Yeah, so look at that. So now we can maybe play with this stuff. So you can say, oh, I want to play with 1480x to see if it's any better. So okay, so let's set this to 20. So even if you know, I'm not sure which value was here. So even we don't care about the results. Now we want to see how the cloud changes when we change this ADX and so on. So you can see that there are more values there, and maybe it is 12 too. This we can use it on the original script from KNN, from lastguru, with 5 minutes to see if it's any good there. If we can see some stuff there, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is quite interesting, so we need to use it somewhere and make. Okay, you can see how we don't have so much difference here. We don't have 2 different groups. That's what the problem is about. Okay. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, we are working with percentages right now, isn't it? We are saving percentages. Okay, let me see. So just the result is a percentage, it's not 1 and -1. So one thing I wanted to do is to change the percentages with 1 or -1, but I don't think it's going to be. If we use 1 and -1, no, I don't think it's going to be helpful. Look at that, 2, 3K. Oh my god. $50.50. Is it any better? I mean, I have no idea which is better for all of this. Filter smoothing is also a setting from all of this. Oh, look at that. It's everything to there. This was something like 16 and 16, but I don't remember too well which were the full values. We need to write them down somewhere. Maybe 19 and 19. Maybe this is not needed. Okay, let's see what happens with these settings. Do we have a timeout? What the hell is this? No, we don't have a timeout, but apparently I have managed to set something that does not work quite well, so probably this needs to be set to 1 because you cannot smooth with only 0. So smooth 1 means no change, I guess. Mean no smoothing. Look at that. So probably smoothing is useful. So this is 5 minutes. We can also try 4 hours and see what happens here. You know. And 4 hours, yeah, it's not very. We need the colors to see how the cloud is done properly. Is that way? Maybe we have one cloud here, and then another cloud here, and it's okay. But we are not sure. Maybe this is the red, and this is not okay because we don't know very well where to go. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens with one day. It's not. We have a similar cloud everywhere, and that's nice because it means that we can use the same strategy in every place, because apparently the results are quite similar. However, you know, yeah. No, I understand why this works like this. 3D view works like this without changing steps, so that you can do this and it does not explode in your face. Yeah, okay, we need to plot colors. I have written it here, and we have this here. So we are going to end the stream. So thank you very much for being here. Bye.